Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sargel18. Episode 23. Revelation has brought on apocalyptic events. Prepare now. Now, as you know, the last video I did was episode 21, and for the last few days I got half of episode 22 written up, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere today, at 1 in the afternoon, Devron comes in and says, I have to make this particular video with this particular information now. And he was pretty forceful when he said it, so I just stopped everything I was doing, and I worked on this from 1 to 9 o'clock tonight, and now I'm giving you the information. So, episode 22 will appear on Sunday night on this channel. Okay, here we go. The word apocalypse means the complete destruction of the world according to Revelation. It also means an event involving destruction on a catastrophic scale. The second meaning will lead up to the first meaning because it will happen in phases. Otherwise, if it happened all at once, people will lose the chance to make the wrong choice, and Lucifer needs that to grab your soul. Remember again, everything that's going on in the world this very moment is caused by Lucifer. Everything negative is caused by Lucifer. Now, what we're seeing now around the world is the start of events all created with allowance from God by Lucifer. It's just not the big event that matters, but the thousands of small influence events done to humanity by Lucifer and his demons, so the big event has the most impact. All this so you make the wrong free-willed choice. What a board game we're all living on, huh? Now, souls who dwell in heaven have love and compassion for humanity, like myself. In my case, it was all the evidence I showed the world, the warnings of Revelation that I have given since 1998, the predictions, the evidence over and over again, explaining it all. Right, that was that's so far, that's what I've given to the world. And the orb discovery, which of course went worldwide. And that's what all these videos are about. In my case, it's time for me to give as much information to the public as possible now, in hope a few will listen. That's what these videos are all about that I'm doing. I think I just said that, but okay, I'll catch up with myself. Now, this really has me, this whole thing, when he came in and did it, to make me do, to have me do this right now, oh boy, I'm like, whoa, power, a lot of power. Now, I'll give you some of the recent apocalyptic events created by Lucifer with explanation, biblical Revelation apocalyptic events. Now remember, even though Lucifer is shackled in the pit of death on earth, he has the power to influence weather and your choices. This power was given to him by God when he was created, and he still has it. That's how he affects humanity, through these powers that God gave his son, Lucifer. God has a number of sons like Jesus, but Lucifer was one of his sons too. So think of the power he's packing. Even though he's locked up, he's still able to create things like demons and influences and weather destruction, even earthquakes. Lucifer can do all this. The flood in Tennessee and North Carolina, total apocalyptic destruction. I mean, as I stated before, I think in a video or two back, I broke on the route that I took. I'm breaking the orbs and the interdimensional alien beings around the country. One place I did it like 6 times was Asheville, North Carolina. And one of those times was to the Air Force and their pilots, because they wanted to talk to me about what they're seeing. So, I was pretty well connected down there. Beautiful country. I don't get how this happened outside of an apocalyptic push by Lucifer. in that area. But all right, we'll see. Now, in that, what's happened is the lack of government getting involved to help is a big issue. Biden didn't say anything for 6 days and now states that FEMA doesn't have the money anymore to help. It went all to the illegal aliens. But there still is a reserve of $650 million. But he refuses to use it to help our citizens of the flood. It goes to the illegals for all the freebies they get. All Luciferian decisions to push good Americans to the brink. And in places he is doing it. Not just in America, but all over the world. Yeah. Oh, I do want to add a little note of something that, this isn't what Devron says, this is something that I found out this week. A woman here in Pennsylvania, I guess was a checkout girl at one of the, like Walmart or where you go shopping for food and stuff. And Spanish lady, full cart full of food, right? So when she gets done, she takes her card and she pays for it, but something happened. The machine messed up. So the girl checking her out had to print out the one receipt and then do it again. And when she printed out the one receipt, she looked down. She just happened to look down. And this, probably illegal immigrant, had over $13,000 worth of food money on her card from the government. She's just sucking it in. $13,000. Now, it's easy to see these people when you're out shopping for food. The normal, regular people that are getting screwed right now because of the economy have a couple things in their cart. The immigrants, 2-3 carts piled so it's falling out, full of food, all kinds of stuff. What about the American people that have fought for this country and are for this country and have helped this country their whole lives? They don't get shit from the current administration. Now, Trump immediately went to the area to give the people his support and brought many tractor-trailer trucks full of supplies to help, which I think he probably paid for them himself. Remember, he's a billionaire, so that's a no-brainer. And he got Elon Musk to set up Starlink over the area for free so people could call out for help. I didn't see Biden or the vice president do anything like that. Nope. Now just look yourself at the current president and vice president, or what they've done, and look at what Trump did. Can you tell which side is backed by Lucifer and which side by God? It should be easy to tell. Common sense, common sense, common sense. Now, another apocalyptic event that is definitely started by Lucifer is the war in the Middle East. Trump prevented this through fear and power of a strong president. Biden gave Iran billions of dollars, like $100 billion, that they had frozen. He just said, here, take it, and please don't do anything bad anymore. Like they're going to listen. And he gave $80 billion worth of weapons left in Afghanistan. All those rockets and everything, and the drones all coming from all sides, hitting Israel. What do you think they are? They're the stockpile of weapons that he left in Afghanistan. Just gave it right to the terrorists and right to the, evil regimes, I guess you could say. Now look at the apocalyptic events in the Middle East since he took office in 2020. And look at them the 4 years prior when Trump was president. None. A shitload. All to create negativity, murder, rape, kidnapping, bombs, blowing things. It just... Let me tell you, a lot of people here think they got their shit together, especially the far left, know what their rights are and all that, know what humanity's all about. Let me tell you, on October 7th, if you were stuck at that rock festival when they came in and slaughtered and killed all the people and took hostages, I think your idea of all that might be a little different now. But don't worry, this is coming to your doorstep between now and 2034. On my honor, I state that. The war in the Middle East, Trump prevented this, right, through fear and power. And he gave them all those billions of dollars of weapons. 80 billion. Let me tell you something. I got a little money. I'm happy. But I wouldn't know what it is to have $100 million or $1 billion. That's unbelievable. And I think all those people in the flood in North Carolina, Florida, Tennessee could have used that money right now. They could have rebuilt the whole state with 80 billion, $180 billion. But that's not what Lucifer wants. Followers, here's another one that's happening. These are all mini apocalyptic events that keep going, like shock waves. They keep going. They keep building the wave higher and higher and higher. And in 2034, the shit hits the fan worldwide. There's no getting around it. It will affect you no matter where you are on earth. Now, followers of the Bible and Jesus are being slaughtered all over the world. Just in case Lucifer can't get your soul because of your faith, he just has you killed. It's like Lucifer doesn't want it, wants you out of the way. He tells his lieutenants, who tell their demons, they go and push and possess war all around Israel. And remember, Israel is God's chosen people. So everybody hates them. Luckily, I'm 67% Israeli and a Ashkenazi Jew. So, and my bloodline goes all the way back to Moses, my family. One day I'll do a genealogy on my family here for one of the videos. I think you guys are going to freak on who I'm related to. This was a give me in Revelation. Genocidal, apocalyptic slaughter of Christians and Catholics. Just in 2023, 13 Christians a day were killed around the world, every day. There's at least 13 killed. There's probably more some days. There's probably a little less the other day, but it all evens out. The 13 people that believe in God and Jesus a day are killed around the world in 2023. And here are some other stats from 2023. 5,000 Christians were murdered last year around the world because they believe in Jesus. Not because they're assholes, not because they're bad or anything, because they believe in Jesus and God and heaven and the Bible. So, they're killed. Luciferian. More than 4,000 Christians last year were detained. And I gather that means arrested. Almost 300,000 Christians and Catholics were displaced from their homes last year around the world because of their faith. And 365 million were persecuted for their Christian faith all around the world. 365 million people were attacked because they believe in God and the Bible. Well, let me tell you, you know how many people live in the United States? 365 million. So I think that's kind of weird coincidence there, huh? Excuse me. Christian faith around the world. Oh, yeah, we're persecuted for the Christian faith all around the world. All in 1 year. I say Revelation is sprouting up in all kinds of apocalyptic events, all leading to the big one in 2034. It's actually very smart of Lucifer to do. The longer that he can stretch it, the more chance that somebody will lose their soul. Make the wrong decision and lose their soul. Make the wrong action. Well, wrong decision. If you go to murder somebody and you murder them, as I've stated before, the murder doesn't put you in hell. The decision to do it put you in hell. Please remember that. All right. These are the signs that have happened in the Bible version in Revelation in the last 4 years. The Euphrates River is drying up. It's almost completely drained, and when the water's gone, out come the fallen angels that were kicked out of heaven and imprisoned here when Lucifer was kicked out. And here I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a picture. Hold on. There. And there. Oh, what did I do? Hold on. Okay. This is the part of the Euphrates River that runs through the Middle East. Yeah, pretty good sized river. It's been there for thousands and thousands of years. The Egyptians used it. The Romans used it. We use it. They use it. Here's what it looks like now. Almost all dried up. And that little bit of a tiny river patch you see to the left there, that'll be gone soon enough if it isn't gone already. So this came true. Now, this is a real killer. This is a real interesting one. Because I'm going to show you a video of it. And when you see the video, that's when it hits you. Like, there are forces at work here way beyond my ken. You'll see. Water will gush forth, creating rivers in the desert, in the barren deserts, like in Saudi Arabia and stuff. And, you know, it's real bad. Sahara and things. Well, it's happening right now. Here is a picture of the water just shooting out of the desert land. Now, the picture's I couldn't get the video on it, but I do have the link. Excuse me. I do have the link to that picture, the video to that picture, and I'm going to put it in the description of this video. And when you see it, go to it after you watch my video. It's only like a minute, but you're going to see what's happening out there, and that should convince you of something. Okay. Now, the 7 signs of the second coming of Jesus are happening all over the world. Oh, excuse me. Earthquakes, disease, famine, great storms, lightning, and thunder. Each one will be intense and get more intense and more intense and more intense until 2034. But between now and 2034, we may lose a couple million people to these type of apocalyptic disasters. Now, the last one I want to put forth that I consider a major apocalyptic event is disease. The illegal immigrants are unvaccinated and spreading disease all over the United States. I see it all the time. I see it on Fox. I see it in the newspapers. I see it on Google. But you don't hear about it on MSNBC or CNN or any of these far left places. They don't want you to know this about what's being created by letting all these people in, illegal people in. Now, these diseases that are now springing up all over the United States are tuberculosis, syphilis, gonorrhea, leprosy, and it's spreading in Florida right now, I hear, polio, cholera, smallpox, and severe respiratory illnesses all now can be caught by United States citizens in their homes, and when they go out, all somebody has to do is cough or touch you. If they have one of those diseases like syphilis, spit on you or something. Now you can get that. Now we eradicated all this shit decades and decades ago. I got my little mark on my arm. I don't know if you could, well, you probably can't see it there, but of when I was in school and we got all the shots in the 60s. Well, they don't have any of it. And we just let them all in, knowing that they're going to kill people. Some people are going to die through exposure to disease. They couldn't give him a shot before they let him go? And they spend enough money on the deal. Alright. Yeah, you have to watch coming into contact with people from undeveloped countries. They don't have what we have. What we're used to. What we take for granted. Like a flu shot. I'm about to go for my flu shot next week. Down in the VA. They don't have anything like that down there. Chile, or probably Mexico, or Argentina, or Hades, all these places. Oh no. They live in shit and they carry shit. They could do better, of course, if their government would help them, but that's not the case in these countries. Excuse me. Now the summation. All these events, again, are minor compared to the big event Lucifer will set loose upon the world in 2034. Now remember, but still, what? What did I write? Hold on. Alright, all these events that are being let loose are amounts of evil that create negativity. Whoever's doing it really doesn't matter. The creation of it is what matters to Lucifer. Alright, however it's created. It could be created by God. God could do something, everybody's all upset, negative. Lucifer will take that energy too. It's way beyond what people understand in third dimensional reality, what's happening here. And the next video, you're really going to be surprised at what I show you. Now, what can you do at this point? Right? First, set aside a few minutes a day to pray. It won't hurt you, and it costs you nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. Just find a little quiet. It could be a minute. And just say, oh, please God, please help the planet. Please help me. Please help protect us from Lucifer. And that's it. And say thank you. Thank God. Pretty simple. I don't see anybody why it would turn anybody off or anybody would be embarrassed by that. But I like to consider myself as cool as you could get from my generation. And I'm not embarrassed by it. All right. Second, prepare within your means. Any sort of preparation is better than none when the shit hits the fan. Now, I've been doing this now since 2020, when everything happened with the disease and all over the damn place, and been putting things away little by little. In a number of places, not just where I live. I have places around the country that just in case I'm there or we're there, Sandra and I, when something like this happens. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of what I have here. Let's hope I'm doing it right. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, this is one portion of my storeroom that I have. We see all the food. There's on the bottom, there's 48 meals in each of those containers. Now, for two people, 48 meals, you easily can live a month. And you see all the other type of stuff that I put away in that particular corner. Now, oh, all right. Now, I also am well prepared for the electricity to go out. And you have to be. You have to be. Now, here, I believe, am I right here? Oh, no, sorry. Well, I'll hit this first. This is my medicine cabinet. This would be considered by the normal person a witch's cabinet, an alchemist's cabinet, all kinds, hundreds of different elements that I need for creating medicine, healing, and magic, and creating reality. Yeah, I have that put away. Those are from my earlier years. Now, this one. In this one closet here, and it's a good sized closet, is all my solar power. survival stuff, solar power. I have two 4-foot solar panels complete with all the extras for charging and running things off of it. I got 3 more smaller ones, and everything else you see in there can be run off solar power. Gonna need it. Might need it. I would say we're going to. Now, here I got a little interesting story. I want to show you first. This is the solar power generator I have. State-of-the-art, brand new. It was the first thing I bought. I decided to buy. Hold on. I decided to buy when I started preparing. And a miracle. You see, they give me guidance by things that happen. And I have to decipher it and make a choice, just like you do. My choices carry a little bit more momentum and meaning than the average person because of why I'm here and where my soul is from. But still, I got to do it. So I said the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a good generator. So I started looking them up, and I was looking at them between $2,000 and $2,500 each for the generator. These things, once they have the power in them, and I can do it with the solar panels or plug it here into the house and charge it, last a long time. I can run a refrigerator, TVs, other things off of it, and just keep adding power to it with the panels over and over and over again. So that's pretty cool. So I look on eBay, and I'm looking, for a certain model and, trying to get the best price that I can. And I see this one. And I look at it, and on eBay, it says $125, free shipping. So I looked up the model number and all that, and I showed Sandra just to make sure that I wasn't just like imagining it. This unit goes for $2,250. It's one of the better ones. And I said, well, they're asking $125 brand new, free shipping. I'll buy it. So I bought it. About an hour later, I went to write them, asking about when the delivery would happen. Gone. They signed off of eBay. They deleted their store and all that. And how they sell things. And disappeared. So I'm like to Sandra, I got ripped off. And they put this out at a ridiculous price, took my money, and jumped. So they made $125. Good for them. So I call eBay up, and I tell them what happens. eBay tries to contact them. They go through their procedures and say, they're gone. I said, well, can I have my money back? And they said, yes. And they gave me my money back within a half hour. Figured it was the end of the issue. 2 weeks later, the doorbell rings. I look out. I go out. And there's the generator in a brand new in this box with all the attachments and everything that go with it. I only showed you the generator. There's a lot more that goes with it. And it's right there. So I go in, I carry it in, we open it up, I show Sandra, I said, I can't believe it, it's the generator for $125. I said, oh shit, in a way I kind of ripped those people off. Let me call eBay and tell them if the people contact them, because they took the money from that I put in, it never got to the people, yet they sent it to me and paid for the shipping and paid, it should have been like $2,400 for this, not $150 free shipping. So I called eBay and I told them, I said, if these people contact me or you, please tell them, let me know so I can pay them the $125 because their site wasn't up anymore. I couldn't just send it to them or something again. They were gone. And eBay said, okay. Well, that was 2 years ago. I still have it. Brand new, works great. Never heard from the people. Don't know what happened. All I know is somebody sent me for free over $2,000 solar generator, state of the art. Now, why would they do that? Why? Here's how I take it. It's a sign from Devron. I'm going to need this generator. So we've given you the generator. Now get all the other peripherals that go on top of it. And that tells me that I'm going to need it. Between now and 2034, I'm going to need this generator. I'm going to need those panels. I'm going to need that food. And anything else that I have put away, a lot. I just don't talk about it. But, yeah, that's how I get these signs. That's how I get the signs. So, you got to say, that's a miracle. How I got this for free. So, I just wanted to convey that. Now, when you put everything away, don't tell anyone that lives near you that you're preparing. Not all people around you are on the side of good and God. Evil, demonic, possessed people will be everywhere. That will kill you to get your stuff that you have put away. So always keep your eyes open, and I will bring more of this information out as Devron and I discuss things and he gives it to me. I want everybody to stay prayed up, and peace out.